Hello everyone, my name is Parth Vyas and in this video essay I will be going over the workings and what exactly is electrodynamic particle accelerator. So this video essay is for the subject NAT108 for the Professor Cerebreto Ramos. The reason I am choosing this video to make is because of my interest in physics from high school days. So without wasting any further time, let's dive into the topic. So the relationships of development in particle physics and particle accelerator is a significant one. Progress in particle accelerator is measured by the accelerator of beam particles, the particle beam to high energy. So as you can see on your right, this is how traditional electromagnetic particles looked like way back in days. Now there has been so many modifications in 1930s. This is how the blueprint of it came out to be, and this is what the initial kind of electromagnetic particle accelerator looked like. So talking more about a particle accelerator are essential tools of high energy or elementary particle physics. Elementary dealing with the like ions, electrons and protons. A particle accelerator is a device that uses electromagnetic fields to propel charged particles to very high speeds. Now we will study more about working applications in the upcoming slides. They were invented to provide energetic particles to investigate the structure of atomic nucleus. To what now there has been so many applications of particle accelerator in the recent days, but more of it was invented just to investigate more upon elementary particle physics. So particle accelerator use electromagnetic fields not only to give high speeds to particles but also high energy to particles. We will be going over more technicalities in the upcoming slides. So type of particle accelerator, we have classified the accelerator in two basic type: electrostatic accelerators and electrodynamics accelerators, or we call them oscillating field generators. So in simple terms, electrostatic uses static electric fields while the electrodynamic uses AC currents with changing or fluctuating electric fields. So there is some uses of particle accelerators. Particle accelerators have so many significant advantages in the medical science. Some of them comes in the treatment of cancer, production of radioisotopes. The radiation therapy by this accelerator is very high efficient and is an effective method for treating cancer patients. It is also used in sterilizing the equipments that are used in medical treatments. Particle accelerator have benefited also in national security through their real-time security screening that is used in CT scanning techniques. So it is way more applicable in the real world. So going over the history of particle accelerators, it is always better to have a look and how it got evolved during the phase. So in 1930, Cockcroft and Welder built a 20,000 volt transformer. So that is 20 kilowatt transformer and accelerated protons along a straight line to test for a phenomenon known as quantum tunneling. This was the first particle accelerator. Their attempt to observe the phenomena failed and they concluded that a higher energy accelerator would be needed. Thus they began the quest for higher and higher energy that continues till this day. This is how the module looked like in the real. While this kind of particle accelerator is cheap and simple, they are not particularly used in modern particle physics because they are limited in the amount of energy they can produce. And once a certain energy is reached, the voltage being applied is so high that insulators experience a phenomena called electrical breakdown, in which a particle escapes the electrical field and electrical field cannot sustain itself anymore longer. So modern type of particle accelerator is called an field accelerators. This include linear accelerators, cyclotron and synchrotrons. We will study more synchrotrons in the upcoming slide. Cyclotron working. So Ernesto Lawrence invents the cyclotron at University of California from 1929 to 1931. He was also awarded the Nobel Prize in 1939 for the invention. Cyclotron is a type of particle accelerator which uses both electric and magnetic field in combination to increase the energy of charged particle. In a cyclotron, charged particles are accelerated away from the center following a spiral trajectory. So there are two D-shaped sheet metals electrodes known as the Ds, in which high frequencies alternating voltage is applied. These Ds are placed face to face with a narrow gap between them, creating a cylindrical space within them and particles to move. Particles are injected into the center of the space. Charged particles enter the gap between the cylindrical cylinders when the electric force from the oscillating field pulls them in the direction shown at A. So R equal to mv upon qb, where R equal to radius and qb is the charged and the magnetic field, and m refers to the mass and v refers to the velocity of the particle. So limitation of cyclotrons: cyclotron cannot accelerate electrons because of their small mass. Similarly, they cannot accelerate neutral particles because they are neutral in charge. They need an ion, they need a charged particle to accelerate. Maintaining a uniform magnetic field is in the day is quite difficult. So we come up with a more advanced device, that is synchrocyclotron. So we have some history of it, how when it was invented and how it was invented. You can see in the picture. This was first tried on an old 37-inch cyclotron magnetic in late 1945 by three researchers. So this is how it looked way back in the days. So its working is similar to that of a synchrocyclotron, but it uses AC with variable frequency instead of a fixed frequency AC. The frequency of AC source is reduced in the process to compensate for the relativistic mass caused by the particle reaching the speed of light. This makes the assumption that the particle is classical and does not experience relativistic phenomena such as length contraction. This effect starts to become significant when v, the velocity of particle, is greater than c, that is c by 3, that is the speed of light, which is 3 equal to 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. So conclusion: the working of modern day electric particle accelerator got evolved with the cyclotron and the evolution of synchrocyclotron. They are not different from other, but it just gave the medical science of elementary particle physics a good way to evolutionize their physics. So these are the references that I have used. The slides itself had so many uh, references that I had took from the internet, and this is the reference to all of them along with their credits and their pictures.